Joining me is David Blackwell, the Assistant Director of the Fort Wayne Area Community Band, which is giving a holiday concert December 18th in the Hour Performance Hall at the Reinhardt Music Center at IPFW. David, thanks so much for dropping by.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Well, I would love to know a little bit about the history of the Fort Wayne Area Community Band. You tell me how it started.
Sure. I wasn't there then, but back in 1979, the then director of IPFW's music program and band director, William Slacks, decided it would be a good thing to start a band because actually an adult band is the end product of music education.
Right.
He's put a small ad in the paper, which 35 people responded, and they started in. Many of these folks hadn't had an instrument out of the case in 20 years, and it was, I guess, a less than auspicious beginning. But they gave a concert within like 8 weeks, and mostly for their spouses and kids and relatives.
Right.
But the program has really grown over the years.
Well, I think it must really appeal to, those people who played an instrument in high school and college and, might have put it down for a little while, and now it's an opportunity, like people like to sing the Messiah at Christmas,
right.
And, here it is, an opportunity to play in a band again.
Well, there are many folks that really enjoyed band in high school and college, and this is an opportunity to go back to that. And I'll tell you, there isn't a happier or nicer bunch of people. For me, it's like I was a high school band director.
Yeah.
It's like my high school band grew up, sat down, and we started in
There
again
you are.
with all the best kids I ever had. So it was really a joy for me.
Oh,
to do
that's
that.
a great feeling. So you're bigger than 35 people today.
Yeah, there are 94 on the roster, but there are approximately 75 to 80 at each performance.
And they're good. I mean, it's a great band to hear.
Well, that's a point that I like to make, is the fact that we do play high-quality concert band literature. And the band is mostly amateurs, although there are about 10 to 12 of us who have music degrees and have, studied. But most of them aren't. They're in all walks of life and all ages.
So how can you become a member and play in the Fort Wayne Area
It's very
Community
simple.
Band?
You have to have played in high school and or college, and all you have to do is show up at IPFW, Reinhardt Center, room 120 at 7:30 any Tuesday night. Bring your instrument, and we'll assign you to the section leader of the section of the instrument you bring, and they'll listen to you and place you in the band.
Well, couldn't be any easier.
Yeah, and anybody that shows up should not feel any pressure, especially if they haven't performed in a while, practiced or anything, because we take everybody as they are and find a place for them, and gradually if they'd like to work up, they can do that too.
And then these are weekly on Tuesdays, they're
Yeah,
rehearsals.
the band rehearses pretty much all year long, every Tuesday.
And what's the age range now?
Well, the youngest person is 19, and the oldest person is somewhere in their 70s.
Well, that's a great mix. You've got all kinds of experience levels
And
there.
it seems like lately we've been getting more young people in. We got a young couple in who are both area band directors last year, and they've been a great asset. And it seems like every time you turn around, we've got a young man who's like just out of high school. That's one of our percussionists, and he's just doing a great job. So, yeah, we have all walks of life, every age.
Okay. Now, is everyone in the band is a volunteer?
That's correct.
That's correct. And so, how is it administrated? Who runs the?
Well, the band has 3 directors, and we have a board of about 16 people that do the various usual board functions like secretary, treasurer, president, etc., publicity chairman, and so forth. And that group is charged with running the band and making all the arrangements. And any issues that are, that we can't handle, we bring to the band for a vote.
Okay. So that's a good way to have everybody's opinion on there.
Yeah.
And then in the Fort Wayne Area Community Band it resides at IPFW.
Yes, and that's something I'm really proud of too, the fact that we are a company in residence at the Visual and Performing Arts at IPFW. And that means that we are afforded the use of their facilities and that beautiful Hour Performance Hall. We have a nice rehearsal room, and we share the equipment with them. They use some of ours, we use some of theirs. It's a really good arrangement.
It's a great collaboration. Now, we have a little video here that I want to show the rehearsal of the band getting ready for your holiday concert. So let's just kind of watch and listen a little bit to hear them getting ready. I just think you
Yeah.
guys sound so wonderful that to be able to put on a show like that with everybody from the community. What a great accomplishment.
Well, thank you.
Now, the performance Tuesday the 18th at 7:30. We heard a little bit there, from the rehearsal.
Right.
But what kind of music is in this concert?
Well, this is our holiday concert, so we try to actually run the gamut from some serious Christmas music, like the Russian Christmas music, all the way to, and I kid you not, All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey,
hey.
which is something,
Something for
we
everybody.
just did this year. So, and some of your old favorites like Sleigh Ride, the Leroy Anderson Christmas Festival, things like that will be on that program.
Well, you got to have a couple of classic and traditional.
And there's a narrated piece of The Night Before Christmas with it's a really tough one, hard to play. We've been working on that a lot, so it's going to be a great variety of Christmas and holiday music.
And is there going to be a special guest? Is
Well,
Mr.
I've heard a
Claus?
rumor that the jolly old man in the red suit is probably going to show up sometime, possibly when I'm conducting.
Well, that always makes it fun. So, the concert lasts about an hour or so?
About an hour and a half, actually,
Okay,
with an intermission.
there's an intermission.
Yeah.
Okay, and so very family friendly, especially with
Absolutely.
St. Nick being there.
Absolutely.
We saw this rehearsal there, which wasn't too long ago. How long does it actually take to prepare and rehearse for a big concert like this?
Oh, it depends on what time we're given. Usually it's 6 to 8 weeks rehearsal. This one we have about 6 weeks.
And so if people do they need to get tickets in advance? Can they just come and get tickets at the door?
Well, tickets are always available at the door, and I think you can also call the box office at IPFW in advance for those.
And then in the Reinhardt Music Center, this is in the larger Hour Performance Hall, correct?
Yeah.
Which is a great place especially for a band concert,
it's
isn't
a
it?
wonderful sound in there. Absolutely.
Now, you have several concerts a year, not just the holiday concert.
Right.
So the next concert, tell me about that, and then just how you do those through the course of the year.
Well, we have a winter concert series. Our next concert is actually called the Winter Concert because it happens in February, and that one will be maybe a little more serious concert band music, because one of the things we try to do is show off the fact that we can play some very difficult music. Spring concert will be a little lighter. And we had one in the fall, which had a little Halloween on it, too.
Now, you don't just play, though, at IPFW. You do some other venues, don't you?
Yeah, we have 3 concerts at the Follinger Outdoor Theater in Franke Park every summer.
That's a fun place to see a concert.
One in each month.
And what are those programs usually?
They're on Tuesday nights.
On Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
and
we try to keep it to Tuesday night when we can.
And do the programs vary, through the course of the summer, or what kind of music do you usually play?
It's a lot lighter in the summer. Sometimes we always have some kind of a theme for it. The first concert's usually an all-American concert, and we've had a tradition of bringing in high school kids to play along with us for that concert. Some of the other things we've done in the summer, I portrayed John Philip Sousa. That's just a concert out of the past, which has been very popular in the past. And a lot of times there'll be a theme like, around the world or transportation or something. But we try to throw in a lot of popular music in the summer, and things that people are used to, like medleys from musicals and Broadway shows and so forth.
And there's nothing like those good marches.
And just plenty of marches. Yes, we do marches too.
Now, if somebody would like to, you also will hire out right, for graduations or events or something like that. Tell me about those sorts of events that you've done.
Well, we are indeed for hire, because all that money comes back in to help fund our programs. And some of the things we've done, we play 2 graduations every year. We play Ivy Tech and St. Francis graduations. And we've also played out at Sycamore Hills for the 4th of July. And we did the Lincoln Retirees program this past year, and we've played in other Park Series concerts that have been for hire. And that it really helps our treasury and gets us out to other places where other people can see us.
So they can contact you how? What's the best way? Phone number?
Yeah, they can contact me at 260-489-9855.
Okay.
Or they can send an email through the system. Our website is fwacb.org, FortWayneAreaCommunityBand.org, and there's a place on that website for contacting.
Great. Well, thank you so much. We look forward to the concert coming up. I'm Melinda Haines with the IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts. On the next Arts Weekly, join us to meet Jim Sparrow and Dan Ross from Arts United. We'll learn how Arts United collaborates with area arts organizations to provide support and create a vibrant and prosperous community. For up-to-the-minute arts updates, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and be sure to join us here live Thursday evenings at 7:30 on PBS 39.
The preceding program on PBS 39 was made possible in part by
Excellence lives here in northeastern Indiana. It's reflected in more than 200 nationally recognized degrees. It drives our Division I sports. It's alive in our campus life. Excellence has a name, IPFW. Around our campus, around the country, around the world. Excellence lives here. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.